everybody, and welcome to Scrappily Ever After. I'm Holly, and I'm going to show you how to make my really pretty calendar. It's something a little bit different than just your normal calendar that you hang on your wall. This one has the calendar on the bottom attached to a picture frame with these little eyelet holes you can see. So I'm just going to show you all the dimensions and everything on how to make it. First thing you have to do is you have to have a frame. I bought this at the dollar store. It was wooden and crappy, as you can see on the back, but nobody looks at the back, so painted the front, added a little bit of glitter, and made it a little bit sparkly and cute. And once you're done painting it and get it all done like that, the next step is basically to get your little screw hooks put in. Comes with these little hooks in it. So, since these are kind of hard to screw into here, and also you're going to want to screw it in over here where it's not going to cut into your glass or anything, the way you start it is basically by bringing out the big tools. So, take your frame, pick which side you want the bottom to be. Mine, it doesn't really matter, they're all basically looking the same. And you're just going to want to start it with the nail so you have something to go on. If you have a screw driver or whatever else you may want to use, you can do that too, but for me, I've got a hammer and nail, so that's what I'm going to use. And you just want to put it in a little bit so that you have enough of a hole going on to be able to screw it in. And then you can just pull your nail back out, if you can, like that, and then take your little hook and begin to screw it in, like so. Try to make it as straight as you can possibly get it, which the nail part, when you're putting the nail in, the straighter you can put your nail in, the easier this part will be. Perfect. So there's one, and I'll do the other one. There you go, and make sure the hooks are both pointing forward, and you got your hooks for your calendar part done. Okay, next part is picking your paper. I have just like a simple black background, and I'm just going to put this one on top. Okay, so you can hear my kids playing in the background, but okay, so here's the handbook, if you can see it, and I'm just going to do the simple square calendar for this one. So what you do is you press, I'll move you closer so you can see exactly what you press. You press the calendar button right here. You can see it's the squares, and then you got to do it at what size you want. And I think I'm going to do it at 4 3/4. So I'm going to put you back down so you won't get too dizzy, hopefully. 4 3/4 and cut. Okay, so then you just unload your paper, and you can see how it cut out each of the little squares for each of the days of the month. Okay, so now we're going to just lift our paper off of here. Log. Okay, there we go. And here is our paper. You could put this on here, like this. Okay, well, we'll glue this part down first. Position it somewhere near the middle. Good enough. And then take your two-way glue pen and glue all these little lines. Just center position this as well. Like that. Do we want a little bit of ribbon? I think I do. So, take scissors. Just gonna do the fake way. And grab some tape. So used to using my finger slash. Keep forgetting that I don't need to. Okay. Oh, look at it. See? And then we're going to have to make our year. So I'm going to do June for this one because I already made May for my last one. Now that it's matched. It's all part of the creative process. Whatever you like. And I only want it at about 1 1/4 and cut. And load. And there's my little June. And there's the little June. Now I'm going to put this little guy in the middle, I think, here. I'm just going to put him on a little piece of black so you can see it better though. So I'm just going to take a little piece of my scrap black, cut around it. And then do the back, the J, U, and E. Spelling lesson at the same time. Look at us go, eh? Okay, so got the June, and pop them up maybe in the middle there. My pop dots. Okay. Okay, so now comes the pond part. You gotta match your eyelets together to make them even. So you're gonna kind of line them up roughly on here, and then just take your pencil and mark where your eyelet spots should be cutting out from. So I'm going to do mine just both right above the ribbon, so you can kind of see my pencil mark right above the ribbon on both sides. And then you take your crocodile. Oh, putting all my junk. And you got to use the big eyelets for this one, because on this side of the hook it won't fit otherwise. Okay, so you just line it up. You can if you can see in the hole there, which you can't really, it's right above my little center point mark, and you just squeeze, and so now you got your 2 holes right there. Take your eyelets. I got my eyelet put in there, and then you make sure that your crocodile is set to the big setting, and I keep it on, for the base, I keep it on 2 because it gives the back a nice tight squeeze. If you can't really see on here, but on this bottom part it's set at 2 with all the back parts. So then see this little notch right there? Just stick that in to your eyelet and squeeze, and you can see you got a nice tight pinch on the back of it. There we go, there's our calendar for June. And just to make sure it fits. Put it on here, just like this. See, it fits on there just like this.